Now, here in the UK, 5 people have been jailed for a total of more than 30 years for illegally streaming Premier League matches. The group ran a system called Flawless TV that offered live feeds of all the games and undercut legal broadcasters. They made more than £7 million between 2016 and 2021 and had more than 50,000 subscribers. Let's get the latest on this from our Home Affairs correspondent Tom Simons. And Tom, tell us a little more about what they were doing and how they were doing it.
Well, Matthew, the Premier League have just given us a statement about this case, which was a rare private prosecution by the Premier League, which has been brought over the last few years. And the Premier League says that they believe this is the world's largest ever prosecution of an illegal streaming gang. Flawless TV allowed you to sign up for about £10 a month, compared to something like £80 for all the various legitimate pay TV subscriptions for Premier League matches. And for that, you got access to every single Premier League match. Now, as every football fan who watches TV will tell you, only about half of matches are actually shown in the UK. And this gang, well, the members bragged to each other amongst themselves on chat forums that the blackout, as it's called, on Saturdays when Premier League matches are not shown, was good for their business. But they've been caught in quite a serious investigation led by Hammersmith and Fulham Trading Standards and the police carrying out raids. And as I say, a prosecution by the Premier League, which took them to court for fraud. And the charges that were laid against these men have resulted in pretty long prison sentences. The ringleader, Mark Gould, the prime mover in this fraud gang, was jailed for 11 years, and several other members of the gang for 5 years, 4 years and 3 years. So the Premier League, I think, making the point that they are willing to get pretty serious with these sorts of illegal streaming gangs.
Yes, because they're likely not to be the only ones. But in terms of what I read out there in the introduction, there were some 50,000 subscribers. Was there any sort of action taken against them?
That's a very good question, because we do know from following this case that investigators raided a number of flats and they found, for example, set-top boxes which were passing on streams from abroad to the subscribers to Flawless TV. But they also seized the documents relating to the subscribers themselves, often bank details, but in some cases names and addresses. And of course that begs the question, are they going to face legal action? Well, we do know from a statement by one of the prosecutors who works regularly in this field for the Premier League on a forum, or rather an online stream from 2021, that it is unlikely that those subscribers will face legal action themselves. But the Premier League is saying that this prosecution is a concrete example of the clear links between privacy and wider criminality. And what they're saying there is that gangs that are prepared to offer illegal streams are likely to put software on your computer which could lead to viruses, for example, or your bank details being stolen. And if you're giving them your bank details, it's possible that they might be passed on to fraudsters as well. So clear warnings, I think, to people who use these services.
Really interesting case. Tom Simons, thanks very much for that. Thank you.